Hey, what's up? I'm answering some questions. I don't know how long it's going to take. I got 6 pages, small type, so here we go. From Cool02, Justin, have you ever shit blood? Uh, Actually I did. One point I was like 138 pounds and I wasn't eating properly. I was really dehydrated. And my shit was so dry that it actually, you get the point. Uh, from Over the Under, 1993, who is your hero and why? I don't know. I don't know if they're actually heroes. I do have lots of people I look up to. Pretty much tons of horror icons, stuff like that. My parents, my grandparents, Fedor, The Thing, you name it. I look up to them. What do you like better, lemons or bulletproof vest? I guess lemons are okay, but bulletproof vest. What's your least favorite thing ever? Depends on the day. Sometimes I hate everything. Sometimes I love everything. I don't know. Least favorite thing ever. Let me think. I hate eggs. Can't stand them. Here we go. Kevin reviews. What are your favorite Criterion releases? One I'm pretty familiar with. It's not like the best release with tons of special features, but the movie got some recognition. It was cool to see it on DVD. I used to have the VHS. Clean Shaven's a cool release because you don't really expect that one to hit on Criterion. I wouldn't have. I mean, so that's probably one of them. And Sallow, because that was hard to find before, and it had went out of print and then it got re-released. Really cool. 80s Horrorfest. What's your favorite slasher film? I don't know. Probably The Burning or Nightmare on Elm Street. How long have you been collecting DVDs? Probably 10, 11 years, something like that. Maybe 98 was when I started. What got you into collecting horror films? Actually, my grandfather at a young age would bring down horror movies. My mom also liked Stephen King, so it kind of was natural for me. They used to run around the house doing Wolfman impressions and stuff when I was about 4. So, Jelly Pinkfish. What's a film that genuinely creeped you out or scared you? I remember Jacob's Ladder. When I first saw that, it kind of freaked me out because that stupid, fast, head-moving thing, that kind of gets to me sometimes back in the day. If it's late at night or I'm in the dark basement, as a kid, it always freaked me out. Pet Sematary always freaked me out as a kid. But what I probably still wouldn't want to watch in the dark is probably City of the Living Dead by Lucio Fulci, because the whole atmosphere is creepy as shit, and the whole superstitious town and all that. Maybe even House by the Cemetery is kind of creepy too. And a weapon of choice in a zombie apocalypse. I'll probably pick a gun, maybe a machine gun, a shotgun, any gun, maybe a silenced machine gun if it's possible. We'll do that with a big backpack full of bullets and maybe some training courses. Ryan 1988. What inspired you to make YouTube videos, and what is the best overall experience like on here? What has been your overall experience like on here? What inspired me? I guess I just saw some big names down, like Cool Duder did it at first, and he never would answer anybody's comments usually, and I was like, that's kind of douchey. And he has a great collection, but there's a lot of garbage in it. I strictly like horror movies. I strictly really collect horror movies, and I want to just started making them just for fun. And my overall experience on here has been pretty good, actually. I've met a lot of great people, learned a lot about horror movies, and learned it's cool. I've actually made some pretty good friends on here that you can just talk to about any horror movies. You mention a movie, they know it. It's really interesting to do that, because in everyday life you can't just be like, yeah, and anyways, The Prowler is a great movie, and your coworker's like, what the fuck is The Prowler? And that's just pretty general knowledge for horror fans on YouTube. So I just enjoy that. I enjoy just being able to talk without people asking what the hell is going on. Top 5 underrated horror flicks. Top 5 favorite underrated horror flicks. That's tough. Street Trash is not really super underrated, but I believe it's a little underrated. Deadly Spawn, the same. I'm just naming these off the top of my head. I really should have probably did some notes and studied. Cullibus. Cullibus is really underrated horror flick. And I'm trying to think of a couple more that people just hate. People hate The Item. I like that movie. I mean, it's so hated that it's underrated to me, if that makes any sense. That's 4. Let me think of another one. I'm just looking around here. From Beyond. People love The Reanimator. Great movie. From Beyond's not necessarily underrated. Or Fortress by Stuart Gordon's a pretty underrated sci-fi horror movie. That's a great film, and no one really talks about that. Who are your 3 favorite Scream Queens? Leanna Quigley, and Leanna Quigley. I'm trying to think, do I even like any more Scream Queens? Debbie Rochon's pretty cool, but Leanna Quigley's the best. Is there any other type of films you would like to watch besides horror films? I love all films. I like Western films. I like 80s, 70s action films, even early 90s. I love the early 90s crime films, Goodfellas, Reservoir Dogs. I love pretty much all films. I love some comedies. I love all films, but I love horror movies the most. What are some of your guilty pleasure non-horror films? Some movies I'm embarrassed for liking, like still to this day, like would watch and be like, oh yeah, it's like just kids movies probably, like Ernest Scared Stupid. I love that movie. Ghoulies 2, come on, I love that movie. It's embarrassing to like some of these movies. Neon Maniacs, those are horror movies, but I'm trying to think of some non-horror movies. You know, I'm going to look over there for just a split second, see what's going on. Short Circuit, that's a good movie, but kind of a little embarrassing. Harry and the Hendersons. As a kid, I really liked Mac and Me. I doubt I'll like that now, but I'm going to throw that in there too. Monkey, Mimi, 911, Freddy or Jason? Freddy. Not that I hate Jason, I just like Freddy. Movie Creep 96, what is your favorite non-Tarantino Michael Madsen movie? I really like him in The Getaway. He plays Rudy. It's a remake. It's a good one. Alec Baldwin's in it too. James Woods, David Morse, Kim Basinger. It's a good movie. Pretty cool flick. What are your opinions on the upcoming sequel to Human Centipede? I'm interested. I liked the first one. A lot of people didn't like it, but I mean, I think this one's going to be even more insane, more ridiculous, and probably a little less serious. Have you watched Dahmer vs. Gacy yet? No, I have not. I saw the commercial. It looked very silly. What are your opinions on Sean C. Phillips as an actor? I think it's pretty cool that he actually became an actor from, you know, doing YouTube videos. You got to give the guy credit there. And I have seen Assaulted a Sasquatch. I thought he was all right in that. I mean, there's no complaints. I mean, he doesn't get a wide range of acting skills in that movie, so you really can't choose how good he is. I mean, he's not like pulling in a super emotional role, but for that role he did fine. He did what he was supposed to do, and he did it correctly. What is your least favorite zombie movie? Probably Zombie Lake or Oasis to the Zombies. Man, I can't even finish those movies. And finally, Hunting Creatures. I don't like that one either. And finally, name 5 redeeming qualities about Children of the Living Dead. Good luck. Yeah, good luck. Tom Savini. He's in that. It had some similarities to Night of the Living Dead. Slow zombies. Cheap construction workers in the end showdown, and that old guy with the gas and the stove. There we go. That's 5. That was easy. I've seen Children of the Living Dead more than once. I'm not proud of it, but it's happened. And here we go. I like to dissect little girls. What's up, Mark? What are your thoughts on these topics? Organized religion. Hate organized religion. I think religion should be a personal thing between you and God. Cut out the middleman. If you believe him or not, I don't care. I think it's your own personal beliefs. Capital punishment. I'm pretty much for capital punishment. I'm not gung-ho about capital punishment. I believe that severe crime should have severe punishment, and silly crime should have not much punishment. I don't think that... I think the crime should be lessened for things like bank robberies, just because the criminal's smart. I mean, he didn't hurt anybody when he's doing it. You know, people get fed up. I don't know. I just... something like Casey Anthony. Now, somebody that kills a child, I have no sympathy for. I mean, maybe you could do something better with them if you don't want a capital punishment, like serial killers. Maybe cut off their brains, examine it. Maybe eventually you could find, maybe it's a brain thing. Maybe you can help those people. You don't know. I don't know. It's a tough situation. War. I hate war because most of the people that are victims of war are children and women. Patriotism. I mean, everyone loves their own country. Everyone, I believe, in their country is raised to think their country is the best country in the world. I think that's just the way it is. In Russia, they probably think they're the best country in the world. Japan, everywhere. You know, they're like, oh, we could be unlucky and make Americans and have to live there, you know. I just believe that you know, you live there, why not? I don't have anything against it, but some of it's stupid. Osama bin Laden's death, that's a little rough. I didn't read much into it. I don't know if he really died when he died. I don't know. I don't really care about that. Who are some of your somebody's going to take his spot, I guess. I'm glad he's dead, I guess, but somebody's going to take his spot. Who are some of your favorite comedians? I like Jim Gaffigan. He's really funny. He cracks me up. Lately, a couple times I listened to, what's that guy's name? Patton Oswalt, he's funny. Brian Posey. You know, I don't keep up with stand-up comedians too much, but those are the ones that are just sticking right in my head. Of course, classics. Conservative or liberal, pretty moderate. More so a lot of liberal things, like when it comes to movies and stuff like that, and do what you want. I'm more for freedoms on everything. I want more freedoms no matter what they are, if that makes any sense, you know? Like, I don't understand why someone would fight to get guns taken away. I understand the point that sometimes they're dangerous, but people are going to be dangerous regardless, and the parents need to step in and watch their own damn kids. Stuff like that. I don't know. It's really complex to say, and there's a million clauses and all these laws that need to be examined, and people never agree to things because all the little tiny clauses that no one wants to read. It's really complex. I just am more pro gay rights, pro guns, pro abortion, anti-war. That's pretty much it. Pro death penalty. I think there's certain reasons for certain things, and I think that sometimes you need things. You shouldn't ever get rid of something if you don't need to. Do you still write poetry and stuff? I thought Henry once said poem that you posted a while ago was pretty good. Occasionally I do. I don't know. I guess I got in that mood where everything is trite and cheap, and it's just, I'm writing this like, this looks like shit. I don't know. Are there any movies that leave you speechless and introverted? Movies just make you want to be left alone so you can contemplate what you just watched. Actually, when movies do that to me, I actually want to talk to someone about it and reflect my thoughts on them. Like Mysterious Skin, after I watched that, I called somebody. I was like, hey, what's up? How you doing? I wanted to talk to him about it. Cannibal Holocaust, I wandered around the house looking aimlessly, that one, when I first saw it. Yeah, stuff like that. I guess it kind of has a different impact on different people. Cunt Finger. What state do you live in? Ohio. Has horror had its day? Has its day every day, I guess, but is it past its prime? I don't know. It goes in streaks. Sam Hain Christ 500. If you had an unlimited budget, what kind of horror movie would you make? Who would be in it? Actors living or dead? And who would do the special effects? That's a tough one. I would want Vincent Price in it. I'd want Nicholas Worth in it. I'd want Tom Tolles in it. I'd want Bruce Willis in it. Fuck it, let's put Arnold Schwarzenegger in it. Let's make it an epic zombie apocalypse movie with violence and awesomeness and just insanity. And who would do the special effects? I'd hire the guys from Toe Tag, I'd hire Tom Savini, and I'd get Giannotti De Rossi on that bitch. What is the worst zombie movie ever? If you can't name one, just let loose. Hunting Creatures I didn't care for. Oasis the Zombies, Zombie Lake. There's a lot of bad zombie movies. And I'm not talking, there's a lot of bad fun zombie movies. Like Nightmare City's bad, but it's great. Hell's Living Dead, bad, but great. Burial Ground, bad, but okay. Zombie Holocaust, bad, but still bad. Kind of funny, but you know what I mean. Zombie 3 and 4 are silly, but they're fun. I'm trying to think of just ones I absolutely hated. Hunting Creatures I didn't care for, I turned that off. And Oasis of Zombies and Zombie Lake were torturous to get through. So I guess those ones are really shitty. I hate those movies. Have you ever sacrificed anyone to the had a massive orgy and praised the Dark Lord Kandar, the Invincible? I can't say that I have. Would I have a thought about it? No, I haven't. But do you think it's pathetic when some of your own age gets excited about some stupid kids movie like Kung Fu Panda and brags about it to you? I just am like, I'm not watching that. I mean, some movies like some movies that are just completely shit, like you can tell, like Zookeeper. It's like, oh, I want to see Zookeeper. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot, man. That's what I think, you know. And I turn to a hippie apparently when I do that.